Alrighty, today is Wednesday, April 15th. I decided to do this update from my new digs. I've got a friend who was very fortunate and put me up where I at least have shelter and a place to rest. It's getting kind of frustrating trying to help. These are, I don't know. As you can tell, I have a headache and stuffed nose, and go tomorrow morning to get tested for COVID. More for curiosity than anything. I think I'll be okay. Just feels like a sinus infection, really. But body aches were pretty intense last night, and they're starting to go back again. But it could just be the flu, and I gotta be honest with you, I'd be interested to find out which. If nothing but curiosity. The past few days have been very strange. I realized I might have blended in a little bit too well. It's very frustrating to tell people why you're here and then have them question it over and over again, but at the same time I get it, because I can't possibly have met that many special forces people. So at the same time I realize that it sounds crazy, but I don't know if anybody's ever had a toothache before. They suck. And COVID would definitely be better. Even getting stabbed would be better. But I will say I don't regret doing this, because even during the pain pill days and the drinking days, I had a car at least, and I was able to, shield myself from, I guess, the scariest part of being homeless or insecure, home insecure, displaced, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm trying not to curse, so, well, I'm trying to curse less. Give me a break. I am getting ready for the mosquitoes, and thanks to a friend I have a tent, but there are a lot of people that don't. And right now I have no idea what's going on in these motels that they're putting the homeless up in. All I know is that they disappear, and the next thing you know, they appear, or are supposed to, in 30 days, and are not allowed to leave at all. They've got security guards out front, everything. Nobody, they're all quarantined, locked down with one other person. So I'm thinking of going in there and trying to find out what happens, but I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I know they're not letting couples in there, or at least not letting them pick with whom they stay. So you kind of have to take a roll of the dice that the person you're staying with isn't a crazy psychopath. Anyway, even the ones that aren't, some of these people are sick and need to be in hospitals and stuff. And yesterday they dropped off someone from Germantown Methodist. This person could not have gotten on the bus by themselves. There's absolutely no way they could have gotten on the bus by themselves. They were so drugged out, like Valium and Thorazine or whatever, that they could barely speak. They didn't even know where they were. And they're in paper scrubs and socks with the, the little footing on there, not shoes. It was like 50 degrees yesterday. With the wind, it's like 38. And they were just going to leave them. It's frustrating to see the way that poverty is a business in this city. And all I had to do was go to the Plasma Services Center, make a little $50 so that I could do other stuff. Trying to raise funds for other people, but at the same time don't want to starve to death. So trying to pick up some business here, doing some work for some people, keeping busy is more than anything. The weird thing is I feel more secure not having anything than I ever did when I had a lot. And it seems like it was like buying a whole carton of cigarettes and thinking it'd last me a week. It never did. It never does. It just lasts you 5 days. So maybe that's the way we all are about everything. We think that the more of it we have, the more secure we'll be. But paper could be worthless tomorrow. In my opinion, the stock market's pretty much worthless now. They've just taken everybody hostage by becoming part of their retirement fund. So you can't stand against Wall Street. What are you going to do? Eat half your retirement? I think you ought to pull it out and find somebody to invest it with, or find something to invest in that's nearby. Stop giving this money to these assholes who come back, buy your politicians, and then screw us over with the exact same money anyway. And then in the end, they end up getting taxpayer dollars and tax sensitives anyhow. There's a four cash bail company across the street from 201 Poplar that has a donut shop in it. That isn't an accident. These people are in the same country clubs. They're in the same groups. They go to the same fraternities and schools and colleges. And then next door they have private parking that costs a fortune too. I don't understand how private parking gets called public parking for $5 an hour. And why, if any, business it has next to 201 Poplar or the courthouse. Unless it was engineered entirely to make money off of people, to suspend their license, to charge them late fees when they're in a crunch and late for court, because they might be working